a grooming gang victim has spoken exclusively to GB News about why she's separated from her 4-year-old son, who's being raised in Egypt without her.
Now, Karine, who waived her right to anonymity, has described the decades of injustice that has seen social services take her children from her while her alleged abusers remain free in Britain. I have this exclusive report.
This is the story of why Zayan, a British toddler, lives in Egypt, separated from his mother. Correne, a grooming gang victim, desperately wants him back.
From 12 years old, I started to get groomed on the street. The first time that I was raped, he forced my trousers off me. I was fighting him, but I had no chance of keeping my trousers on. I was only little. They got me pregnant when I was 13. One of 5 men, it could be 6, is my son's father. I don't know who his father is.
She claims that over 100 men abused her around Telford, but that the police failed to intervene.
The police were aware we were getting groomed.
But they just didn't do anything to help
They
you?
never done anything at all.
After seeing a report in a newspaper in 2018, Correne reported her abuse to the police.
It was about 3 girls, Lucy Lowe, Becky Watson and Vicky Round.
Lucy Lowe was murdered. Becky Watson was killed in an unexplained car accident. Vicky Round died of a drugs overdose. All 3 had been groomed in Telford.
Lucy and Becky were my friends. I realised that I was one of them girls as well.
Some men were arrested after her reports, but she said that they soon started trying to get her to drop her allegations.
The one man that was talking to me every day, calling me to find out everything, he said to me, "Why don't you go to Egypt?"
Karine said that she was paid to go to Egypt by her abusers. She moved house over 15 times during this chaotic period, including regular trips abroad. During this chaos, her daughter was taken into social care. Heartbroken, Karine dropped her police complaint in a last-ditch effort to get her daughter back. GB News understands that the men deny all of the allegations.
I ended up sleeping outside the police station all night. And I'm sat here, the police have left me. I had nowhere else to go. I didn't feel safe, and I thought that's the next safest place for me. So I brought a £6 quilt from Asda over the road, and I slept outside the police station all night. So, we're all ready for the night now.
Karine said that she kept moving because her abusers were still threatening her and her family over the allegations, including one assault on her mother.
So Mum had gone to the door and they've kicked or pushed the door, and that's knocked Mum flying. The one lad has started fighting with my mum, and the other lad is looking round the bungalow and saying to me mum, where's Correne, and asking where I am. 2 times they went there looking for me.
And she was left with quite serious injuries.
Yeah, she had black eyes.
It was after this desperate time, having moved to a safer part of the country, that Karine became pregnant with her son Zayan.
I was settled and I thought that I was going to be able to have my baby, and the midwife come out to see me at home. She asked me how I felt about social services wanting to take the baby. I said, I'm packing my stuff, I'm leaving the country because you've already took one daughter from me and you're not taking another baby from me. He's living in Egypt still. He lives with my friends. I'll never be able to bring that baby here. I have to be okay for Zayan. I just want him to live a normal life. I hope the British kids live their lives here. And right now, he's never going to be able to have a life like that. My health isn't very good, so I can't fly to Egypt as much as what I was. He's missing me. He keeps asking, when am I going back? And I don't know when I can go back.
Do you have any faith that you might get justice for the many men who groomed you when you were a child?
No. I don't think I will ever.
Until she gets that justice and a peaceful life, her son will be raised without her. Charlie Peters, GB News.
such a brave woman. Extraordinary to meet her and to tell her story. And I think this story is so important for so many reasons, Miriam, of course, but a key point for me and why I've told Karine's story is because the government is saying that the Telford inquiry is a model for the rest of the country, that we don't need a national inquiry with statutory powers because Telford has shown us that with action you can get change and things have improved there. Well, in Telford there were just 7 convictions in 2012, and Correne is showing the world now that she hasn't had change, she hasn't had action. Her mum has been attacked. She's had to flee overseas to keep her son safe. Instead of successfully prosecuting the alleged abusers in her case, they're instead taking her children off her because of the chaos it's causing. It's a heartbreaking scenario.
And it just highlights the lifelong consequences of this abuse. Obviously, she was horrifically abused and failed as a child, but now it's affecting the whole of her adult life. I just can't imagine being separated from your child and having no prospect of having the justice required in order to be reunited. It's just absolutely harrowing. And like you say, there should be hundreds, if not thousands of people in prison and they still walk free.
And make no mistake, there are plenty more women like Karine out there, and I hope some of them are watching this and may feel emboldened to contact the authorities. Well, speaking of those authorities, West Mercia Police Assistant Chief Constable for Crime and Vulnerability, that's Caroline Marsh, she told GB News that we know that in the past our actions and our approach to child sexual exploitation was unacceptable and we let victims and survivors down.
Last year, the 2-year review found that all organisations had either met or exceeded expectations in addressing the issues raised, and we are resolute in continuing to build on this.
Now, a spokesperson for Telford and Wrekin Council said that the voices of victims and survivors helps to shape and improve our approach. While we do not comment on individual cases, we can confirm that Telford and Wrekin Council works closely and extensively with individuals at risk or affected by child sexual exploitation to support them and their families.
Harrowing stuff.
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private Internet Access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C-18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private Internet Access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GB News discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GB News to start protecting yourself digitally today.